everybody, no hands! Ladies, gentlemen, and any extraterrestrial beings that are tuned in today. This is my very first question and answer video, which I really didn't think was going to work out as well as it did, but it looks like people are actually interested, so thank God for that. I don't really know a smooth way to transition from this subject. I'm gonna start reading stuff. Our first question today comes from Andrew Nerd Rage Gaming, who I've been friends with for almost a full year now. I think it's been a while. Like, I remember complaining to him about the post office when I first started working there, so I think that's a good timeline to go by. Andrew asks, what motivates you to do YouTube? Well, it all started in a cold December night, 1995. Just kidding. I think my motivation now is a lot different than what it used to be back when I first started YouTube, like I think it's 2.5 years ago. I really didn't think anyone was gonna be interested in seeing stuff like this. I just kind of put in stuff that was completely self-amusement and just watch it whenever I was bored. The motivation changed at about the point where I stopped having to force people to subscribe to me and people were doing it on their own free will. And you could see the transition. Like, I think it's Alien vs. Hunter was the first real review thing that I did, and you will see I angled the camera to where there's no longer like family pictures and just random piles of trash in the background. That was there. Look at my older stuff, there was visible trash. At this point, I've come to the comprehension that people are actually watching this show. Therefore, every single time that I try and make a new episode, I try to steadily improve it in like some sort of a way. I mean, I'm making this whole thing, this is almost getting to the transition to where it'll be my real show. Nowadays, the #1 thing that's actually kept me like producing episodes like inconsistency every 2 weeks and everything, or at least trying to, is I get my old subscribers who come back into my videos almost every time I post something and tell me that they like it and to keep going and they want to see another terrible movie put to shame later on next couple of weeks and everything. People who constantly give me stuff to review because I would have run out of movies a long time ago, but they keep finding them and it would be inhuman for me to not just rip those things to shreds, so. And I get people on Twitter all the time who always tell me to keep going and they really love what they're watching on the show, and just to know other people are so interested in whatever the crap I am doing on this, it makes me want to do more and see if I can improve what they already like and get rid of the stuff that's not necessary, you know? I think Bruce Lee said something like that. Andrew also asked, what are your short-term and long-term goals? I wrote all these things on a piece of paper I've got on the ground right now. My short-term goals are to continue to pay rent and actually start folding the stuff that comes out of the dryer. My long-term goals, at least as far as YouTube is concerned, I mean, the 1 million subscribers thing, I did that like last year or something. I mean, that still retains, but I'm really not as interested in subscribers as much anymore, at least number-wise, because I stopped promoting myself on Twitter, I think in March or something, and like my Jasper account still like keeps, if somebody still ends up following me, they'll still get the automated message and stuff, but I've been just trying to avoid it because people are kind of coming in on their own and I want to more focus on the content than getting more people to watch it, and I feel once the show ends up getting better, more people will just kind of watch it indefinitely, but I just want to focus on making the show different than something that's actually been on YouTube or TV or any of that type of stuff before. I mean, I want to create like a whole steampunk emporium thing for the background, for the whole universe of it, and randomly I do the vlog video things because from what the comments I've seen, I think it's helped at least some people along their journey and stuff, and maybe make them feel not so alone when they're going through rough situations. And if I can keep doing stuff like that and always kind of give something other than just the comedic value to people, I think that's what I'd like to also continue to do. And the more lives that I touch through that, I guess that's my long-term goals, is to be able to positively affect the viewers' lives and help them to love themselves more, to love others more, and, you know, stuff like that. Who would I like to collab with most and why? Team 4-Star. If you don't know who Team 4-Star is, they're the people that do Dragon Ball Z Abridged, they do Hellsing Abridged and everything. I would just for like one episode, I'd like to voice some sort of a character on there. I mean, that would just be, it's one of the few things on YouTube that I like distinctively will go out of my way to go find if they've made a new episode, because they do it inconsistently when they actually upload stuff, but when they do, I gather all of my friends together and we watch whatever it is next they've got coming on. I mean, it's always an exciting moment. If I could actually be a part of something like that, oh my gosh. If you could be anywhere on the earth, where would it be and why? I can tell you up front, my answer is very shallow. I want to go to Britain because I think British accents are the sexiest thing in the world, and I want to be surrounded by them. That is where, and that is my only real reasoning for that. What hobbies do I have outside of YouTube? I like slaying Jedi under Order 66. This is my baby Angela. She is my 8-string guitar I've had for about like a year and a half now, and I bought it before even knowing how to play almost a regular guitar, and in doing so, I'm trying to like force myself, because I mean, if I got something like this, I really need to put more effort into learning it. So I've been practicing that for the past year and a half, and I'm super excited to be able to finally do solos and concerts and stuff. That is my plan. I like traveling through time and space. Currently writing a comic book series called Transcending Darkness, which I've been working on, like procrastinated for an entire year. I'm trying to get back into it. Hopefully I'll have season 1 written down once this week is over. And I thought I could find a person to draw for it. That's not looking like it's going to happen, so I've also been like trying to learn how to draw and stuff. This looks probably completely white on the camera, but also doing that in my spare time, I guess. I've been training with my vocal coach for I think 2.5 years now, and I'm trying to... I want to go on The Voice somehow. I don't want to win, but I want to go out there wearing something stupid and get everybody's attention. That's my plan. Also, martial arts of any kind are absolutely fantastic. That was a really long answer. I'm moving on to the next one. Games asks, where do you get your ideas, inflection, and inspiration? A lot of my comedic ideas come from like nostalgia critic JonTron, everything wrong with how it should have ended. Shoot, what is there? There's one more. Zero punctuation. Inflection? I think that has something to do with my voice. My voice has always been really weird and funky. I was in radio, like the first job out of high school was radio, so that's kind of how I learned to do weird vocal things, which nobody else was really doing there, but it like kind of made me different, which I was trying to be at the time. Inspiration as far as like the look of the channel and the look like that I'm trying to do, the whole like airship pirate thing. Like whenever I'm going on Pinterest or I'm going on TV and art or like looking at different animes or stuff like that, I always see these like beautiful like backgrounds, characters, styles, all those different things, and I wanted to be a part of it somehow in any possible way. And if I figured I wasn't even gonna combine it with the show, but I figured I have a show, I've got something people are watching, I might as well just mush it into that in some possible way. That's when I first started wearing the goggles, and now I'm just trying to like completely run with whatever that idea was and make something like neat out of it that people can look at it and think it's like a totally brand new different world, which is a lot of what my channel stands for, is making a nice new exciting world. Make life a beautiful adventure. That was really lame sounding. The Game Catcher questions me, how do you find the movies you review? Like they must be wallowing in the forgotten abyss and you just pull them out, dust them off, and throw them back into the realm of, oh god, what is that? Accurate! Technically speaking, every movie I review comes from you guys, so I should in fact be asking the exact same question to you. Usually the only ones that are by my own accord is when I'm like going through my Amazon cart for the movies you guys have requested, and it's recommended to me by Amazon. The effect this has had on me has made me a total social recluse at gatherings where people are talking about whatever awesome movies they're watching, and I'm like, hey, have you ever seen Zardoz? Sal Berry asks, love your energy, thank you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Is this a job interview? Excellent, I wanted to take this time to discuss with you my evil plan. Well, hopefully I'm not working a 9 to 5 at that point. I like to have like a set stage look for my show that I'm able to do, be able to pump out consistently good stuff and like be at a progressive upward incline quality-wise. I want to be able to have found a band by then, and hopefully a band good enough to where you actually start touring and doing things like that. I want to be able to do solos on that lovely thing. You can't see it, it's my guitar and it's laying over there. And I want to have published at least the first 2 seasons of Transcending Darkness, like pictures and all, and have that online where people could see it. That's my plan. God knows if that's how it's actually gonna work out, but preferably speaking, that's my plan. Pixelesque writes, love how energetic you are. You seem excited and passionate. It's because I'm not reviewing a movie today. That's why I'm so excited. What are your top 3 favorite animes? I am glad you asked. Shokugeki no Soma, #1. Oh my god. I was like at Senjicon, I got bored and ended up just sitting in on 1 episode of it, and I was making fun of it for the first 10 minutes. And then I just kind of sat down and got entranced. And ever since then, I've been binge watching it. I've gone through like 30 episodes right now. It's Food Wars. It's a cooking show. It's the anime show. It's a cooking show. It's real and it's awesome and everyone should see it. #2 is Gurren Lagann. I'm gonna be getting a Gurren Lagann tattoo on my arm. I love it so much. Whenever I'm depressed or feeling bad about anything, I will just sit there and go through like 5 minutes of a Kamina saying anything, and all of a sudden I'll feel pumped and ready to go punch the world in its flippin' face. Anime #3 is Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. I'm mushing them together. Of course, Dragon Ball Z has a very unfair advantage because I've been seeing that ever since I was 8 years old on Funimation Saturday morning cartoons, and I have not stopped watching it, and apparently, due to Super, I won't have to. Ray Brennan asks, hey Jasper, how about I start off your little Q&A with a few questions for you. What is the absolute worst movie you've ever watched in your life so far? Kung Fu Rabbit. It literally took me an entire week to finish the movie. That was back before I wrote the script the first time watching the movie through. And every single time. And I even got a friend of mine to try and watch it with me that I thought was going to keep me focused from not turning it off and doing anything else. And he even couldn't finish it. Got 10 minutes through and he's like, I can't, Jacob. It's not possible. So I had to gain up the mental courage to do it all myself. And even when that was done, I had to go write a script for it afterwards. The movie still haunts me. It has like 3,000 views compared to all of my other ones. The review was awful. My hair was ugly. It was just poorly edited. There's Beastie Boys like it, whatever many decibels in the background. You can't hear what I'm saying. Somehow it gets kajillion more views than everything else. I hate it. 2, what is your favorite horror movie? Can I say Alien vs. Predator? It was the first horror movie that I ever saw. If you can count it as that, I count it as that. I was like 10 years old or something is when it first came out. It was like lightning outside. We never get lightning in Alaska, but there was lightning. And I wasn't even scared. I just watched the Alien and Predator fight, the first one, over and over again because it was the coolest thing I had ever seen as a kid. To this day, it's still up there, at least top 10. Like I said, it didn't scare me at all, but I thought it was really cool. Her third question is, if you could be stuck in any movie, what would it be and why? I'm gonna break the rules and go with the TV show, Doctor Who. Specifically the one with Capaldi. Actually, the name of the Doctor, I think it's one of those where it's got both Matt Smith and David Tennant in the same one. That's a movie. I'd choose that movie. For reasons I hope everyone would understand. Lexi B asks, what is your favorite childhood memory? Well, not getting born, that's for sure. Really glad I don't remember that. It sounded like it'd be really painful. To be honest, I really don't remember that much as a child. I remember liking dinosaurs a lot, and maybe if I just accumulate all my thoughts that revolved around dinosaurs, I can say that. Like, the main movie that I would watch over and over every single day was Walking with Dinosaurs by BBC, which was not a kid's movie, it was like an actual dinosaur documentary that they were trying to do scientifically, but I'd watch it because the dinosaurs looked cool, and that's probably that. Anytime I was watching that movie, it was golden. Also playing Zoo Tycoon. Favorite horror movie? Since I'm getting asked this again, I'm changing my answer to Alien 1. Again, not because it was scary to me in any way, because it wasn't. I absolutely love the design of the alien and everything in that movie. The like 80s, the 70s space, everything, and the anything made by H.R. Geiger. It's so cool. What is one thing you wish to achieve by the time 2016 ends? I want to finish my arm tattoo really bad. This is taking way longer than it should have been, and it should be done by now. So I can show that off, that's the one thing. Do you like watching movies that are so bad that they are kind of good? An excellent question. Let me go grab the perfect example on why that is absolutely true. The answer is yes. I like it so much I'm making a darn career out of it. Directionally Challenged asks, why are you so handsome? I learned it from watching you, okay? Fubar Gaming asks, favorite movie that I've reviewed on my channel? Zardoz. It's not even a movie that I would watch again, but just the experience of seeing it once, it'll change your life forever. Good or bad, it will change it. Last movie that gave you feels. The trailer to Fault in Our Stars. Like, I'm never actually gonna see the real movie, but that trailer? It's a real tearjerker. That and the end of Captain America Civil War. What movie are you looking forward to coming out? Rogue One. Not even for the fact that Darth Vader is in it. Do you know Donnie Yen is in it? Donnie Yen is Ip Man, who played the person who trained Bruce Lee. And he's in like a gajillion other kung fu movies, and he's playing like a kung fu guy in Star Wars. There is literally nothing not to like. Why do you make YouTube videos? For the lols. Well, that is all the time we got for today. That is all the questions we got for today. Thank you guys for actually accommodating for this thing, because I really needed some extra time in order to get this whole background thing squared away. There's not gonna be in the background. I got a much better one coming. The artist that I had ended up backing out, and I've been trying to get this painting for a year, mind you. I've gone through 3 artists. None of them have even touched the canvas. So I just, within like 2 days, found someone who's going to do a digital one, and we're going to have the thing shipped to us. Hopefully, I will get that thing shipped before Halloween. If not, I might have to push it back a little bit further, but only by maybe a couple of days. So, fingers crossed. According to the shipping like that it says, it should be here on time. All things necessary, but my gosh, this universe is darn fighting me on this. Another quick thing on the lightsaber video. It's all edited and stuff, it's together. The thing that I need to do is, well, I can add the sound effects myself in Sony Vegas, but Sony Vegas does not have the power to, do the lightsaber, like actual that effect. And I have to wait for my like new computer to be made and sent to me in order to actually do that part. Which he said was gonna be November, he actually said it was going to be August, then it changed to November, now it has changed to January. I have waited over a year for that one as well. Everything has been fighting me. I swear this is not totally my intention. But as soon as I get that computer, I can add in the lightsaber effect, and then I can actually post the video. That is the plan. I'm gonna try and make it up to you. I'll do a music video of a song that I'm making, and I'll do that this year. I promise I'll do that this year. All things considered, thank you all for supporting this, for being with this channel for this entire existence. If you're brand new, I really also support you as well. That wording was terrible for that type of thing. Love you all. Mwah! And to all my fellow masochists out there, I will see you in season 2.